Staying doesn't remove risk, it delays it. And usually to a moment when you have less flexibility, more commitments, and fewer options. If you're a high performer, someone reliable, capable, consistent, this pattern affects you more than anyone. Because competent people are very good at making unstable systems feel stable. Most people think leaving is the risky move. But there's a point where staying becomes the risk. In this video, we'll break down something subtle, why stability often hides deferred risk, and how to recognize when safe is quietly turning into structural limitation. Structural ceiling optionality, operating leverage outcome-based systems. Field structure staying feels safe for simple reasons. You know the rules, you know the people, you know the rhythm of the environment, and familiarity creates a sense of control, which is why most people don't question it. Predictability feels like protection, but predictability is not the same thing as security. Let's name the real mechanism: deferred risk. Deferred risk happens when a decision feels safe today, because the downside is postponed, not removed, just moved into the future. There are two ways risk shows up in careers. Immediate risk. You feel it now. Uncertainty, instability, discomfort, but you still have flexibility. Then there's deferred risk. Everything feels stable, until one day, the cost of moving has quietly increased. More commitments, more obligations, less optionality. Imagine two timelines. Someone questions their field early. The move feels uncomfortable, but they still have mobility. Few commitments, time to experiment. The risk is visible, but manageable. Someone stays because everything feels stable. Years pass, responsibilities grow, financial obligations increase, identity becomes attached to the system. Now the same move feels dramatically heavier. Not because the person changed, because the timing did. The risk didn't disappear, it just waited. Here's a simple test. Ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1, if you wanted to change direction next year, would it feel easier or harder than it does today? Question 2, does success inside your current system increase your options or reduce them? Question 3, are you staying because the field is strong or because it's familiar? If those questions feel uncomfortable, that's often a sign that stability is becoming constraint. If this perspective clarified something, save this video. You may want to revisit it later. Most people don't notice deferred risk when it begins, because nothing dramatic happens, no crisis, no collapse. Just a quiet realization years later. I could have moved earlier when it was easier. And that's the moment staying stops feeling safe. Not emotionally, structurally. Safety. That reduces options isn't safety, it's constraint. Quick question. Right now, does your current path feel like it's increasing optionality or dependence? Write one word in the comments. Optionality or dependence. Once people recognize deferred risk, their thinking changes. They stop asking, how safe is this? And start asking, how many options does this path preserve? Because safety is not about comfort. It's about flexibility. This isn't about rushing. And it's not about forcing decisions. It's about seeing how risk actually behaves. It doesn't disappear when you stay. It just waits. And the people who eventually move aren't reckless. They simply notice the delay. Those conversations don't happen on YouTube. They happen inside the community with people who've realized that avoiding risk today often creates more of it tomorrow, because eventually there's a moment when the equation flips, when staying no longer feels safe, when something else becomes obvious. There's a point where not moving is the real risk. That's exactly what we'll explore in the next video. When not moving becomes the risk. If you want to understand how leverage-based careers actually work, subscribe, because this channel is about one shift, moving from effort-based income to leverage-based income. I'll see you in the next video.